Welcome back to Be Encouraged, my brothers and sisters. I am so happy that you could join me this week on Be Encouraged. Last week, I was reading through the book of Exodus, and something stirred in me when I read through the story in Exodus chapter 3 of Moses and the burning bush. And so the Holy Spirit wants me to share with us this week on this topic. It's time to turn aside. Last week we talked on Be Encouraged about you can't, but God can. And this week God is saying to us, listen, I can, but it's time to turn aside. When Moses realized that the bush was burning but was not consumed, Moses stopped every single thing he was doing. He did not allow the flock to distract him. He solely focused on the burning bush, and the Bible tells us that when Moses turned aside, something happened that would never have happened had he not turned aside. The Bible tells us that when God saw that Moses turned aside to look at the burning bush, he called him. He called him. Moses heard God's voice when he turned aside. And that encounter changed the whole perspective of what Moses was doing that day. Brothers and sisters, God wants us this week to turn aside from every single thing that is distracting us from hearing His voice. Many of us have been praying about a number of subjects for a while. We have been praying about challenges and difficulties that we're facing. We're asking God for breakthroughs, but we are so distracted with our own agenda, our own plan, our own will, our own desire that we have not turned aside and listened to what God is saying to us or wants to say to us. And I feel strongly this week that God is saying, I can't do it for you, but you are too distracted to hear my voice. I want you to turn aside like Moses did from all the distraction and focus on me. And when you do that, I will speak to you directly and guide you and guard you through what you're going through. You will hear my voice when you turn aside. Brothers and sisters, are you willing this week to turn aside, to set aside every distraction, every single thing that is allowing you not to hear the voice of God and to know how God is directing you to the challenges that you're going through? Do you want to hear His voice? Do you really want His plan and His purpose and His will to be done about the challenges that you're going through? If you want that, my brothers and sisters, like Moses in Exodus chapter 3, we must turn aside. We must give God our undivided attention because He can. But until we turn aside and focus solely on Him, we will not hear His voice and we will continue to struggle with the challenges and the difficulties that we're going through. So may God bless you this week. I want us this week to really turn aside and allow God to speak in our lives and direct us on the path that He wants us to take as we navigate our Christian journey. May God bless you, and may you join me next week for a brand new video on Be Encouraged. God bless you.